Black's gonna win this game. We all know it. Yep. Oh my... No, we can't talk about mouse slips or whatever. Like, that was like like, the pieces were hanging 1,000 times there. Is Zoom losing to a 600? What's happening here? What? Black's gonna win this game. We all know it. Yep. Oh my... No, we can't talk about mouse slips or whatever. Like, that was like like, the pieces were hanging 1,000 times there. That is incredible. Tell me how. Just tell me how. How does Black win this game? Like, what? This is insane. Does Zoom know how to checkmate? Q-Corn, have you guys been drilling this? Does Buddy know how to mate with a rook? What the fuck? What the actual fuck? Hello? Zoom 1450. Put that game together. You're trying to convince me that that's a 1450. I mean, a 600, okay, like, you have to understand, like, they look at the board as a 2x2 square. But for Zoom, that's just unacceptable. Now, there's one person in particular, one person who needs some evaluation. In this game, Real J Cubed was a 689 up against Zoom Kerchu 1453. There were a total of 27 inaccuracies, 9 mistakes, 14 misses, and 8 blunders between these two. And surprisingly, 0 brilliancies. I mean, it all started with this. It all started with that. That was an indication of the type of game we were going to see. Okay, Zoom is a 1400. He's up a piece here against the 600, and he's no longer up a piece against the 600. Okay, but that's all right. He's got an extra pawn. He's still fighting. He did hang a bishop there with rook h1, but that's okay. He's up 1 pawn here, should be able to beat a 600. Oh, okay. So he lost 2 pieces. Okay. Again, white's bouncing around, trying to find, you know, how to make it work. So, rook e8. Rook e8 is... The position is so fucking bad for black that this isn't even a blunder. It's an inaccuracy. That's how bad you are getting topped by this 600 right now, Zoom. You can blunder your rook and they don't even feel bad for you anymore. They're like, I guess that was slightly inaccurate. Fucking, he lost a couple moves quicker, whatever. Now, this is where the position really starts to get fascinating. I want everyone to pay attention to the moves you're about to see, because this was truly special to watch. Rook b3. And again, like I said, at this point, Zoom, they just took pity on you. Rook b3, hanging the entire rook. At this point, it's excellent. Like, fuck it. Like, we got... At this point, this is the best move you played in a while, so thumbs up, dude. Like, we're gonna give you some credit here. Queen to b4. Queen to b4. Rook takes b4. Okay, good move. First one we've seen in a while. Queen b4. It happens. Mouse slip happens. You know? 600 mouse slips feels bad for him. Okay, then the game proceeds. It continues. All right, some energy here. All right. So, rook c3. And white plays the move bishop e6. An excellent move. This moves the bishop to a more active square, making it gain scope. Ah. And we can learn about scope right here. Thank God. That's what scope means. Oh, okay. Well, it's good to know that that was an excellent move. Excellent. For real JQ. Now, due to how excellent this move was, naturally, Zoom responded with king a3. Of course, the rook wasn't hanging. King a3. Rook d3. Rook d3. A miss. I'll give everyone a moment to see if they can identify what white missed in this position when they went rook to d3 instead of a potential better move. Pause the video now. I'll give you all a moment to pause the video and see if you can figure it out for yourself. Nevertheless, black finally takes the material. Bishop to d7. King f6. Hanging the bishop. You can tell that the bishop is misplaced here because it doesn't have the scope that it would have like it would on e6. King b4. Not taking the bishop. King e5. Understanding that Zoom was simply not going to play this move, white continued to activate the king. King e5. King c3 from Zoom Kirchu. Continuing to understand that the bishop was indeed not hanging, white played the move king f4. And many seconds on the clock at this point. King to d4 played. And after that series of outrageous replies, the game continued. More blunders, misses. So, rook g8. It's a good move. But rook g8 this time is a fucking great move. Zoom is trying to improve his accuracy in the waning moments of this game. He said, I know they're not going to give me credit for this. Let me do it again. Let me drill that piece into the square. King e6. Winning the bishop outright on the spot. But at this point, Zoom has played so poorly this game that they decided to award it an inaccuracy. Not because they actually looked at what move he played, but they were like, oh, Zoom made a move? Okay, shit. Just call it an inaccuracy and then we'll review it in a sec. But no, just call it an inaccuracy for now. We'll get to it in a sec. I got some other moves to look at. Just call it an inaccuracy. Probably right. King e6, winning the bishop. This is hardly fair. Hardly. Just winning the bishop. Poor guy. And we see a fantastic conversion here by Zoom. King c3. Unreal. The 600 can't even make the right move when he's only got a king. I mean, this is just tough here. Rook d7. Miss. Miss. And after all these moves, so many of them, by the way, Zoom has a distinct inability to checkmate with a rook. 1450, by the way. Zoom has a whole extra rook against a fucking 600. After he made this move, Black took his king and he said, I'm only gonna move the king. Huh? Crazy. I've never seen a game like this. Real J cubed with a well-deserved draw against Zoom Kirchu. In what could have been the least accurate game that we have witnessed in a long, long time.